What's going on, guys? Welcome back. It is episode number 4 of the RTG career mode. Returns today on the back of our loss to Leeds, first defeat of the season in the league right now, second in the table today. Going to try and get through to the halfway stage of the Challenger season to play 10 more games. But right now, just a point off top spot one, like a no wins in our last 2 games, aiming to return to winning ways here. Our first game of hopefully 10 today. Pompey at home. Come on, the Pilgrims. No goals in our last 2, no wins in our last 2, and when we have a couple of games in a row without a victory, then you know, with the form being so OP, it's going to be hard to get one in the next one. Not one bit surprised, man. At home to the side. Second bottom in the table, and we're a goal down 5 minutes in. It's the overpowerness of form, man. I keep talking about it, but it's true. Do you remember in the last episode I said, can we maintain this start? That's the question. Yeah, I wasn't foreshadowing, but it seems as though, I guess I was unintentionally, because this is going to be a really disappointing loss here if we can't get ourselves a level of no chances as of yet. And I said in the last episode, you know, we have these games where we're really struggling to create. I'm looking at that scout right now in Hungary and saying, please, can you find me that next Soboslai? Because at the moment, I just can't break Pompey down. It's going to be 2, it's going to be 2, it's going to be 2. No, saved by Conor Hazard, but the rebound played in and turned in for a second for Jacob Murphy. This is ridiculous, man. Seriously. Sorry, Josh Murphy, not Jacob Murphy. I always get the twins mixed up, man. Seriously. It's funny, when they both came through the Norwich Academy, I thought Josh was the better prospect, personally. But it's Jacob who's ended up having the stronger career, at least in this stage of it. And today, well, it's Josh who's been tearing me apart, man. This is ridiculous. 2-0 down. Oh, man. And this is what I mean, like, with form, it's just too overpowered. I'm not saying the form shouldn't be in the game, but it's just a bit too strong, you know? We shouldn't be struggling this much here against a side that are 23rd in the table at home. There's Tijani. Needs to get us a goal back and puts it wide. Well, let's be totally honest, there was never really any chance of us going undefeated all season long or finishing up with a single-digit goals conceded column in the league table, but that is still really poor. 1 point taken for a possible 9 in our last 3 games and no goals or wins. That's got to change, otherwise we're going to drop out of the playoffs quick. Obviously, we've got that young lad, Pakai, in the academy. Zabo now looks a bit worse for wear, so I'm going to release him. But this guy's potential is, again, still really, really big in terms of a range. But the starting overall is good. And he'd be good enough to at least come off the bench in this team. But there's another lad we got right now in the scouting report after our 3rd month who looks really good. And that is Janos. Looks more of a winger with the pace. But I might just give him a scholarship. See what his overall is, because 59 to 75 should put him mid-60s, I would say. And as he's there alongside Pakai, it is indeed 63. And I'm going to promote him to the first team and see what he looks like. And I might even give Pakai a pro deal as well. I just want one youth player with a potential tag. Doesn't need to be potentially special, doesn't need to be exciting prospect. Even showing great potential will do. And there we go, he's got showing great potential. So we've got our first youth player with potential tag in the first team. And I say in our 4 right now, throw him in. I think what I'll do is I'll push Mumba back to left back, bench Ogbeta, and I'll start the Hungarian kid on that left-hand side and try and utilise that pace and fresh energy. Right, let's jump into the following games. We'll keep Pakai in the academy for now. Heading into this one, no wins in our last 3 games, no goals in our last 3 games. And like I said, we are not going to stay in the playoffs based in this run of form. Derby County also struggling in the bottom 3 away at Pride Park. Come on, the Pilgrims. Come on, let's go, let's go. Mumba to Janos with that pace combination on that left-hand side. Got to utilise that more. Ball, touch, turn. Oh, save. Still goalless, man. Except for our 4th game in a row without a goal. So we've got the English defender. Oh, what a goal. The Hungarian winger. And now what we're missing is that Togolese striker. Hopefully we'll get him in our next scouting update. But this is going to be another loss. 3 straight. How on earth are we going to lose this? Only shot in the game, rippled in off the underside of the bar. This is crazy. Yep, 5 points behind the Borough now, heading into our following game. To put it plainly, this run has got to stop if we're to have any chance of keeping pace with the top two. Following game, back home, Watford needs to be a win after no goals or wins in our last 4 and only 1 point taken from a possible 12. Come on, the Pilgrims. Obviously, again, worth pointing out, we're statistically one of the weaker sides in the division, so technically, we're still performing above expectations. But I often talk about like being a victim of your own success. When you got off to a red-hot start, sometimes that can cloud your clear judgment as to how you should actually be doing. Right now, even though the form is terrible, overall, we're doing really well. But what can I say? I always want better. Hardy! Oh, what a save. That is absolutely brilliant. Why, as well, are some of these goalkeepers turning into prime Iker Casillas, man? Seriously. What a save. Still goalless. As we go in search of the opener, good save again. Go on, Darko, all day, all day. You got the height. There we go. And Sissoko, space to let fly. Oh! That is surely the goal of the season thus far, man. What a hit. Take a look at this. On the chest, half volley, left foot, into the top corner. So I can't score from 12. I can't score from 22. That is an absolute beaut. What a strike. Oh, one more chance, one more chance, one more chance for the break here. See if we can double the lead. Great ball, Janos. Hardy. Must score. Does score. Come on. First assist for Janos, 2-0 up, surely returning to winning ways here. I think we'll see out the win, but don't want to lose the clean sheet as well. Great save, Hazard, but the rebound turned in. 22 minutes, got to see these points out. Back to the wall for the final 20, but back to winning ways. Get in, really needed that. And now, let's build on this. Yeah, it's all well and good getting one win here and there, but if you want to be a top 2 team in the Championship, you've got to win consistently. So, let's get back-to-back wins here away at Carrow Road. Come on, the Pilgrims. Carrow Road is one of my favourite stadiums to play at in FC 25 because what you might notice as Hardy bangs in the opener is that you're really close to the pitch. Now, I like to play a little bit more elevated so I can have a more kind of bird's eye view of the pitch to see where all my players are and where space is able to be exploited. But at Carrow Road, even when you stay on the same camera angle, it draws you down a little bit and you feel really immersed into the game. It's such a cool stadium to play at. That's a great tackle. And we shall get it clear. Come on, let's build on this now. 3 goals in these last 2 games. Starting to look more imposing. And most crucially, starting to pick up the points again. Whitaker, what a run. Morgan! Oh, what a goal that would have been. Extra free ball. Oh, what a ball. He's on, that's a goal. He's definitely on. Josh Sargent, what a ball. Here we go, win that, win that, win that. Oh, I can't get it through, get it through. Touch. Finish. Oh yeah, absolute beaut. 3 goals in half an hour. Sometimes I wouldn't have 3 goals in 3 games at the start of the season. The games were far from action-packed. Now I can barely catch my breath. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hardy on for a hat-trick. First to save, first to save. Take your time all day. Oh yeah, there we go. First hat-trick of the season, of the save, and it comes to our number 9 as well. We're still looking for that Togolese striker, but on the pace of this guy's form right now, 5 goals in his last 2 games, yeah, he's looking like the first name on the team sheet right now, and that is going to do it. Our defense taking a step back, but going forward, oh, I should have made it 4. Much, much better. Sorry, it's 4 goals for Hardy in 2 games, but even so, first hat-trick, back-to-back wins. 5 goals scored in our last 2 games. Yeah, mini slump, mini poor patch of form, but Plymouth back on track. Let's keep it rolling. Yep, back-to-back wins, but if you want to stay in the top 2, you've got to build on the run and keep it going for as long as possible. Let's make it 3 on the trot. Bristol City away at Ashton Gate. Come on, the Pilgrims. Here we go. Sissoko with Janos down the left-hand side. Hardy in the middle, in form right now. With the pace he's got, Torok. First goal, there it is, there it is. Could have sweated it back, but no, Janos takes it himself, and the Hungarian kid gets his first goal as well. That is going to be really, really important, man. Developing an end product. With a lot of young players, they come through the setup, they've got raw pace, raw energy, but do they have the composure and the end product? The sooner they develop one, the better they're going to be served in the future. That's a lovely goal. Win that, win that, win that, win that, win that, win it in. A few players here on loan. There's only really one I want to keep for the long term, and that is Darko. He's a really solid player. There's Janos. Oh, should have got his second and a half. That's McCrory. We're going to play it forward. There's Whitaker into set. Oh, it's got to be two. It's got to be two. Well, it's not quite how I drew it up. But listen, if it's the back of the net, that's the most important thing. Darko, brilliant, man. And, you know, before he joined Leeds, he was part of Man City's youth team. But before then, he was part of our side, Millwall. And he was part of our youth team. Really great player before he moved on to Man City as a 14, 15-year-old. Heck of a talent. And, yeah, I want to keep him permanently, man. 2-0, game over. Right then, first of the month, 3 more scouting updates. Let's see what we got. We're from England. I think we'll continue the scouting on just these 4 youth players for now. And from Hungary, we'll keep on scouting these 4 players here. The lad at the top, Akos Toff, with 49.55 overall, but an 80 to 90 potential tag at 14 years old. The problem is, as much as I'm liking, and I want to briefly touch on this, as much as I'm liking the fact you can now scout youth players as early as 13, it takes so long for them to be able to get a pro deal, you know, and I've always wished that you could give young players pro deals younger than 16 years old. Like, clubs can do it in real life, so why can't you do it in the game? It's not like it's a problem with legal issues. I mean, these are youth players. They're not real players, so I don't really know why you can't do that in FC. But sadly, from Togo, still no one making the, well, maybe no one making the academy yet until right at the end. Ibrahim Kante, 82.94 potential and a solid overall as well. Well, we might be waiting a while for a great Togolese striker, so in that case, I'm putting him straight in the academy. Let's have a look and see how good he is. Starting overall is 59, so we won't be able to check his potential tag yet, but an 82.94 potential range already is very encouraging indeed. 71 sprint speed, 70 for strength. Technically, he's not the best to begin with, but he doesn't. Look at those play styles, my goodness! Several of them already. And at 6'1" is okay. All right, let's put him on a development plan. Try and get him to 60 overall as quick as we can, and then we'll find out just how good he is. Normally, my youth players only have like 1 or 2 play styles max. I think it was 6 there, wasn't there? That's crazy. But anyway, following game, won our last 3. Now let's make it 4 on the trot. Oxford United at home. Come on, the Pilgrims. Edwards down the line. Whitaker with a man on his shoulder. That's Dembele. Turns him back to Randall as we're still deadlocked here. Great little run this for Plymouth, but again, you got to keep it going, man. You can't slow down. Hardy amongst the goals. Sissoko turns man. This for the opener, and there it is. Yet we were crying out for a striker through the academy earlier in the season. Now, we don't really need one. Hardy, he's not scoring, he's assisting. Plymouth finally getting the goals. Well, not quite as convincing as some of the wins we've had recently, but as we said earlier on in the season, I'll take 1-0s all the way to Premier League football. Wins are wins, man. It's a results business. 4 on the trot now. Yep, top of the table by 4 points as we approach the halfway stage. Following contest, Swansea at home going for our 5th win in a row. Come on, the Pilgrims. We still haven't had an injury yet. I've said before, like, I do have the injury sliders increased, but I find injuries, like, really strange. Sometimes you can go, like, you know, 2/3 of a season without a single one. And then there's some seasons where you get like 5 in the first month. It's really, really unpredictable. And at the moment, again, we're staying injury-free. Probably one of the reasons why we've been in good form for most of the season. As Darko has space to let fly and has his shot beaten away. But yeah, still no injury so far. I might have to up the sliders just to get a bit more realism there. But for now, everyone's staying fit as we try and stay in form. I'm just going to drop to Brendan Galloway. Mumba. Al-Hajj. He'll shoot. Oh, just wide. Man, that was a tough one. Winning run ended after 4. Held to a goal straw. Missed Hardy in that game. But as good as he is, our number 9, he's not got a lot of stamina, so I can't play him in the week-to-week clashes. This is where I'm going to need that standing Togolese striker. Boss, you know how much I look forward to the big games. So I was really disappointed to be left out of the team. Just wondering why. You were gassed, Ryan. You were absolutely exhausted, mate. That's why he didn't start. The one thing I don't like about the development plans this year, though, is how when you apply one to one of your players, it always has to increase either the weak foot or the skill moves rating. So for Kante, for example, he's 3-star, 3-star. But the reason why so many players end up with 5-star, 5-star is because any development plan I put him on sees either his weak foot or skill moves go up. And it's one of the reasons why I like to keep players on balance, because whilst it is slower growth, it stops your players always becoming 5-star, 5-star, which, you know, as nice as it is to have a few 5-star, 5-star players, they're supposed to be rare, not overly common to the point where everyone's got that, you know. It just makes them so overpowered really quickly. But anyway, once Kante hits 60, I'll throw him in the first team. For now, he'll stay in the youth squad. Right, following game, let's do 2 or 3 more, try and get through to that halfway stage. Heading into this one on the back of the goalless draw there against Swansea. Aims to return to winning ways. Sheffield United, the Blades away at Bramwell Lane. Come on, the Pilgrims. Yeah, this might be an unpopular opinion. You know that meme of the guy that's sitting there and all the swords are like pointed at him, but he looks totally unfazed by the whole situation. This is going to be one of those moments where I say something here and I'm the guy. But I think personally, EA should have a cap on how much you can improve weak foot and skill moves too. I really believe that. If they start off with like 1 star, the highest you can get to is 3, for example. You can only go up by 2. Because otherwise, you can develop every youth player to a 5-star, 5-star. And it means when a player gets scouted, it doesn't really matter now what his weak foot or skill move rating is. Because you know, it could be 1 star, 1 star, but in 6 months' time, he's 5-star, 5-star. Let's go, Mumba. Trying to step inside, through to the kid, Torok, bundling through. Just couldn't blast it in as we're still deadlocked at 0-0. Yeah, that finishing touch missing in the last game and this one as well. That's where Kante, I'm looking at him in the academy and saying, mate, as soon as you hit 60 overall, this is your chance, mate. Your chance indeed. As Randall's going to try and bend one, puts it wide. Final chance for the Blades. Come on, don't lose it. Gustavo Hamer rolls it across. Come on, let's keep the unbeaten run going. Oh, Connor beaten at the near post. 5th minute of stoppage time heading into the 6th. Lost it with the only shot on our goal. That is a classic, and I mean a classic career mode moment, man. Happens to us all. Happens to us all. Yeah, let's do 2 more games to close the episode out and get through to the official halfway stage of the Championship season. Following contest, Middlesbrough back home as we aim to get back to winning ways and back on track. Come on, the Pilgrims. Easy. Come on, don't go down early. Oh, what a turn. Okay, alright. We talked about it earlier in the episode with form being so OP. This is why it's so important to stop the rot as soon as you can. As things stand, for our 3rd game in a row without win, back-to-back losses and no goals in 3. Now we're starting to stumble a bit. Honestly, when people ask me what my least favourite condition to play in, it's definitely rain. I can't stand it. When the ball gets held up on the turf, it's just not for me. Not for me at all. Still down by 1. And honestly, I'd rather play in the snow than this. It's just sloggy. That's great work from Torok, who gets away from Luke Ayling. Great work from the kid. Still Torok. It's a sensational run from Torok. Looking like Ryan Giggs versus Arsenal. What a goal. That was incredible. I don't know if Janos has got that sensational chest there. Maybe not a 17, but goodness gracious. Looking like Ryan Giggs out there. It's one of my all-time favourite goals, that is. Incredible FA Cup semi-final winner against Arsenal. And as we're tied at 1-1, the barren run without goals is going to come to an end. But we are still going to remain winless. Even so, if nothing else, Kid bailing us out right towards the end. We'll take it. Oh, what on earth is this? Honestly, Ryan after the game. Boss, gotta be honest with you, I think me not getting games starting to damage my career. Are you serious, bro? You've been our top scorer this season and started the majority of the games. I can't play you midweek because your stamina's not good enough, mate. That's the reason you haven't been playing in every single game. Your stamina's not good enough. Simple as that. Sod it, man. We've got Kante in the academy. I guess he is going to get thrown in quicker than we thought. Let's do one more game then to end the episode off. It will be Coventry away at the Rico. Heading into one, our final game in the first half of the season, where a win should put us back in the top 2. Come on, the Pilgrims. To be fair, he's only got me 4 goals this year, and that's still enough to be my top scorer. And 3 of those goals came in the same game. I'm so bad at scoring this year, man. Seriously, as Randall proves, should have been 1-0 straight at the keeper. I need Kante, man. I need him in the first team. If he's got showing great potential or better, he's starting every game. Corner, Plymouth. I don't think I've scored a corner yet in this save. I could really do with one here. Whipped into the middle, and it might drop at the far post for Bunda. Side netting. Just can't score. We had an incredible start to the season, but I feel like we were playing well above expectations. Now we're starting to level out a little bit. Like, I wouldn't say we've been found out per se, but we're certainly unable to attain the sort of form we had earlier in the campaign now. really struggling, especially on the offensive end. And this might be a winner for Coventry, and it is. Hadji Wright with 4 to play wins it. No wins in 4, 1 goal in 4. Plymouth Argyle returning to normality. And that'll do it for today's episode of the RTG Career as well, guys. So big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. I'll be back later today, another double upload day with the next one, where we should sell Hardy, get a bit of cash for him as well. The January transfer window is going to open. We'll have more youth scouting, more games in the Championship, and the FA Cup third round, where we'll take on Portsmouth. Have a great day. Much love, and I'll see you for the next episode. Aim to get back on track very soon.